something we brought up yesterday, which was a rally that Trump held. I think it was in Pittsburgh, maybe, where there was, and I talked about how it was kind of weird and we didn't know much about it. There were 2 medical incidents that took place at this rally that completely changed how it went. It originally was a Q&A with the audience, kind of running like a town hall. And then these 2 people fell ill. They had to get medical attention. And then Donald Trump decided, we're just going to play music and we're going to turn up the lights and we're just going to have a dance-a-thon, I guess. And that's what he did for 40 minutes. And so we didn't show that yesterday. We didn't have a lot of information about it, but man, was there ever reaction by some of the mainstream media that was so grossly unfair and ridiculous. And then there was a surprise from one mainstream media outlet who actually did a fair coverage of it. We'll get to that last. First, you have to see the mean people and the ridiculous people. Here's some loser from MSNBC.
Look at you. You have to be demented to stand on stage and start dancing when it's a town hall. I mean, we have 2 sides of Donald Trump right now. One, we have just this grave threat to all that we hold dear, our Constitution, our democracy. On the same hand, I would say the principal driving force of his incompetency is the fact that he is not all there. He's a couple fries short of a Happy Meal at this point and entering the final stages of his life. You know, I feel bad for his family right now. I know so many people have to deal with their parents as they've gone through stages of dementia, and that's clearly what they are on the precipice of having to deal with now. But he certainly should go nowhere near the Oval Office.
He should sue that guy. I would.
Unbelievable.
I'd sue him. What a piece of crap that guy is. Like, did you say the same thing about Biden?
He covered for Biden. I'm sure of it. I'm sure he's one of the losers that covered for Biden.
It's unreal. I mean, like, that guy actually clearly has dementia and he said nothing. I cannot.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
Listen, 30 minutes in, there were the 2 medical emergencies, like you said. And it looked probably weird, maybe to some people when you're not there. But if you were there, it's completely different. It's a completely different situation when you're actually there. Plus, at the end, he went out into the crowd and started talking to people. Like, it was a very,
it was,
right. It was a very intimate kind of setting. I mean, I would have loved it. I would have thought it was really kind of fun, especially if there's music and everything. People were out there in the crowd hanging out, and it just was different to people who were there. And that's what really sucks, is it's kind of like the telephone game. The meaning of it gets lost when people start talking about it, and then other people talk about it, and then it goes on and on and on. And then pricks like that guy say, oh, he's lost it, his family. I'm like, shut up.
Well, he's certainly not the only one. Dana Bash had Don Lemon. Like, why do they keep firing people at CNN and then bringing them back? I don't understand what they're doing, but they allowed Don Lemon to be in this panel. And they were talking about not only this, this town hall or this dance thing, but also the fact that Kamala was calling for Trump to release his medical records. And they're ridiculous, you guys. Listen.
Know about his health. We don't know about his mental health or physical health and the intricacies that are important to know for viewers. And
on that note, this is definitely the pursuit of the Harris campaign this morning. They sent out a doctor's note from 230 plus doctors and health providers saying the American people deserve to have confidence in their elected officials' mental and physical capacity to do the jobs they've elected them to do.
Trump just not 3 years ago
to be above and beyond, to be going above and beyond to provide transparency on his physical health and mental acuity given his advancing age. They're throwing everything at him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those are the standards that he had for who? Joe Biden. Those are the standards that he had for Barack Obama when he wanted him to release his birth records. So the rules just don't apply to him. Is he okay? Kamala Harris is asking, the vice president is asking, I hope he's okay. He's not okay. That behavior is not okay. Let's just be honest about it. It's odd. It's weird. If you look at his rallies, you'll see when he went to Coachella, he just sort of stands there and, wants people to sort of, he's like bask in the glow of the applause.
He has gotten so crazy, Don Lemon. Remember when we were on a show in 2014, you guys? Wasn't it 2014? We were on a show and he was different. He really was. He was
He was a
different.
much kinder, gentler Don. For
Right.
sure.
And he is a microcosm for so many people who once 2016 happened, like they just turned rabid
Mhm.
and mental. They have a problem in their brains and then they're done. Like he's done. Put a fork in him. Seriously, he's completely fixated on, like, Trump lives rent free in these people's heads.
Trump
And
breaks people.
he breaks people.
You guys, hot off the presses, literally just this morning, we found out about a new giveaway from the folks at gored47.com. So we've talked about, and we're wearing it even, the MAGA Red number 47 lipstick, this amazing collector's item lipstick in the beautiful case. We're both wearing it. It kind of looks different on everybody, which is why I think it's so special. But red, I mean, it's obviously red and it's the best red ever. And it's so well made. So now they have this amazing giveaway where you don't even have to buy anything, you guys. This is for they're doing like watch party giveaways. So the grand prize, excuse me, the grand prize is a pack, a watch party pack that features 6 of the MAGA Red number 47 lipsticks, 6 of them, okay, for you and like to hand out to all of your friends. That's the grand prize. And then they also have 3 like less grand prizes. What's that called? Like the second tier prize?
Second tier. Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably good.
So 3 winners will also get the besties prizes, which is 2 lipsticks. So there's 3 of those this like second prizes. There's 3 of those to be had that you get 2. The grand prize is 6. And again, you don't have to buy a thing. All you have to do is go to gored47.com/giveaway. They have all these different cool ways that you can earn points to get your name in more than once. For example, if you are a watcher and listener of our show, which clearly you are, if you're hearing my voice right now, if you use the code SECRETCHICKS, you'll get an additional 100 entries and you do not have to buy a thing. So it's pretty cool. And you guys, so many people have sent photos of themselves wearing their new MAGA Red 47 lipstick that I had to put them into a montage. Like, this is amazing. Look, here's Jenny. She got it just in time for her birthday. I mean, there's so many folks. Pam, Stephanie, Rhonda.
Look at our people. I love
know. It. Dina,
look at our people. And it does look different on everybody. I love that.
I know it. Michelle and friends. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I've tried to catch everybody that posted those things. Just the coolest thing ever. So make sure that you get in on the giveaway. Because again, these are collector's items. When they're gone, they're gone. So just visit gored47.com/giveaway.
Oh, sorry, giveaway.
Remember how we played the clip of him ripping on the women of The View yesterday?
Yes.
Alyssa Farah. Broken. She's also one of the people that just lost her mind about this dance thing. Listen to this.
Biden had done this and on stage just bobbed and weaved and danced to music for 40 minutes with no purpose, saying the voters don't want to hear answers to questions 3 weeks out from an election. Yes, we would say Joe Biden is unfit and not up for the task of being president for another 4 years.
Speaker Shannon?
Come on, Alyssa. Listen, this is a non-story. President Trump was doing the right thing. This was absolutely appropriate. You had 2 people
what regard?
who passed out because it was so crowded and there was so much heat. Because there were people that were passed out, and he was actually
so he couldn't then go back to
crowd.
taking
He didn't
questions?
go back and take a break. Excuse me, don't interrupt. Let me finish, Alyssa. I didn't interrupt you. What he did do was stand there and allow the people to be serviced, to allow them to get out safely so that they could get out. Remind you, this is a man who was recently just shot and a person was killed at one of his rallies. Sitting there, allowing the music to play was absolutely the appropriate thing to do. And anybody trying to make a story out of this is trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. This is a non-story. I'm at a Trump rally right now. There's a reason people are lined up around the building waiting to see this man speak, probably for an hour and a half, nonstop. If you think Joe Biden could do that, if you think Kamala Harris could get through it without laughing her head off, then you tell me when that's been done before.
Sir, did you truly think voters did not show up to a town hall, which is by definition asking questions, to hear answers to questions. They showed up to hear him DJ and sway on stage.
Alyssa, there were people that actually got injured. They were being carried out.
We understand
on
this went on for
stretchers,
40
ma'am.
minutes.
You can't expect him to ask questions over that.
What a
He was actually doing the
Are you saying that like
allowing
emergency
them to be taken out
workers
safely.
couldn't bring?
It was the right thing to do.
You're saying emergency workers couldn't bring two people out in the 45 minutes that he stood on stage playing music? And by the way, is really playing music really loudly great for emergency workers trying to access people? I mean, if you're really concerned, I would imagine you would actually want like the music to stop, people maybe to give room. Maybe he would be giving instructions from stage.
They are just broken.
They're broken and they're desperate. They are so desperate at this point because he can do that, and people love it. People there, I guarantee you, there is not one person there who was upset by that. Everybody there was probably like, "This is great. We're hanging out," and everybody and people at those rallies, they love each other. They love him. They love being there, and it is a great environment. I mean, it's kind of like when people come to our meet and greets, everybody is just like, oh my God, let's have fun. This is great. Cause we're awesome. It's like when I say we, I'm talking about the collective we, because we are like, I know that the left
throw down.
Yeah. And I know the left wants to claim that they have like all the joy. They have none of it. These people are the ones who are joyless. They are absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Perfect segue, because the Maggie Haberman on CNN, probably the most Eeyore human ever. Like, you know how Eeyore is always droopy and sad?
Yeah.
That's Maggie Haberman. And so she called this weird. She was a little more fair, I guess, than like Alyssa was and Don Lemon and all these other crazies. But because she's trying to like, it's almost like she's trying to scientifically understand what his motivations were.
Right.
But I don't think this woman has ever had joy.
Fun. Like had fun. Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like ever, ever, ever. I want somebody to send me a picture of her smiling if you can find one. Like with teeth, an actual smile. But here is what she said about the whole dance-a-thon.
It was weird. I mean, I don't know of another word to describe last night. It was weird. And he does weird things like this. And he usually does them in private, or he does them with aides, or he does them on the Mar-a-Lago patio when he's DJing on an iPad. This was a rare time that people were seeing this in public. I think what happened was he got anxious because people were getting sick, and it was delaying the event. At the second Butler rally, people got sick twice, and you could see him get a little anxious when it was taking a very long time to make sure that they were okay. He went over at one point to talk to the Secret Service to ask if they could open the doors. The answer was no. So I think that he said, let's play the music. I know he said, let's play the music so that people would start leaving, but then nobody left. And then they were all sort of swaying along with him, and then he was feeding off what they were doing. And you know this very well. The music thing is a big thing for him. It was how people would basically reset him in the White House.
That biatch is miserable.
Right? This is what I'm saying.
Miserable. And both of those women. And you know, and they can't understand us having fun. They can't. They don't. And it drives me crazy because I see them talking about, oh, we're so fun. Look at us. We have so much fun. Look at all the joy. No, you're joyless.